and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, as you can see with the title, I am on spring break and I'm not using my phone right now. I'm using my GoPro, so I hope the audio's okay because I'm never sure when it comes to this camera and it's not in the case, so I'm hoping that helps. But right now it's Tuesday, April 22, and I still have the week off, so I came up with my spring break to-do list, which I have here on my phone. Here they are, if you can see, and if you can't see, I'm just gonna be enumerating them all. So I have here: declutter clothes, clean our refrigerator, dust the plants, film videos and shorts, learn German, clean water filter, wash brushes, build the centerpiece, vinted, and then IG posts. So I already completed decluttering my clothes, and I took out a lot of clothes that I know I wasn't gonna wear anymore, and I didn't really reorganize my entire cabinet, but I did let go of a lot of pants, dresses, and tops that aren't really my style, which I inherited from my mom. So that's that. I completely did that, and then I was also in charge of cleaning the refrigerator inside out, and I already did that yesterday. I dusted the plants, I think a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, over the weekend. And then I already cleaned our water filter, and I also washed my brushes. So now the only tasks that I need to do are film videos and shorts, which is I'm doing now, and I also have other content that I want to film because I do have the time, and then learn German because I don't want to completely abandon it for the week. I'm gonna be dedicating a good amount of time, maybe an hour every day, to focus on it. And then the centerpiece is my mom bought this kind of similar to the book nook that I have on my shelf, but it's meant to be displayed. And it's probably the most difficult task here because it has so many pieces and you have to glue them together. The book nook, when I was building it, it was basically kind of like a puzzle, and then I just had to stick the stickers on. But this one, there's so many intricate pieces that I'm gonna have to manually glue myself, so that's gonna be the most time consuming one. And then vinted, the clothes that I decluttered, instead of donating them, giving it to other people, or throwing them into like the big clothing bin that's available here, I'm hoping to make some money off of it because all of them are still in very good condition, and I hope someone likes them enough to give them a new life. So I'm gonna be doing that today. I'm gonna be taking photos of all of the pieces. IG post is here is kind of rogue, but I'm very bad at posting on Instagram, and I have a lot of photos that I do want to share on my feed. And the last post I did was back in January 1st, fireworks, and then a few days ago I posted a few snaps from January, and then I'm gonna do Feb, March, and then April. It's not much of a long list, but I do really want to make use of the week that I have free. So that's what we're gonna do. the big bag of clothes that I'm gonna be taking photos of, and it's, when I tell you it's big, it's actually big. This is heavy. So we're gonna take photos of this. I'm gonna hang them here, and then I'm gonna be posting it on Vinted. So come on, let's do this. Hello, I'm not going anywhere, but I am filming this reel of Jenny and Dochi's song Extra L, and it's been stuck in my head since the day I listened to it. And I saw a few well, I can't say TikToks because I don't have TikTok, but I guess for the sake of it, I saw TikToks of some girls using it as a transition to from like basic face to full on makeup. And I haven't put on like a full face of makeup in years, I think. Yeah, definitely not since coming here to Germany. And actually it's my first anniversary here. Today is April 24. A year ago, exactly a year ago, I landed here in this country. So yeah, today though, it's very, I don't know if you can tell, you could probably tell, it's barely noon, it's just 11 a.m. But it's very gloomy and dark and wet. The lighting is definitely not giving, and it's gonna be like this for the rest of the week. I think the sun's only gonna be shining on Sunday or maybe even next week. Anyway, I have a vision, but it's not very clear. I tried looking for inspiration on Pinterest, but none of them really caught my attention or really spoke to me. I guess I'm just gonna be winging it. And by the way, I also crossed off a few more items from my list. I posted the stuff on Vinted, and I actually sold 2 clothes already, and I'm gonna be sending them out tomorrow. If you're interested, I can probably link the Vinted account in the description box below. At least I've generated even just a small amount. It's still 10 euros more than what I would have gotten if we simply gave away the clothes. Oh no, I forgot to clean my brows. Hi, Nicole. I can't even see if I'm blending it properly because the lighting is so bad, and the overhead lighting I know won't do anything to help. I'm gonna be bronzing a little because I definitely look extremely pale. I don't have a bronzing powder though, so I genuinely can't see. It's so dark. Okay, I think now I'm just looking very orange, especially in like real life. Yeah, just the process. Okay, now for the brows. I should have cleaned my brows, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. Brows are done. I think they look decent. However, someone is drilling their wall as of the moment, so I know you can hear it, but I hope it's not too much of a bother. Now it's time for the tricky part, the eyes. I haven't put like proper, I have all of my cleaning brushes here by the way, proper eyeshadow in years. Again, probably a good 3 years maybe. So I have this is the only big palette that I bought from the Philippines. This is the Naked Urban Decay palette. It's very neutral and it's also what I was aiming for anyway. I'm not gonna go for a very dramatic eye, which is usually what I do if ever I do want like a more smoky look, but I'm gonna go for a bit subtle, maybe just darkening here. But first of all, I'm gonna be using the shade Naked, this one, just to give it a good wash. The biggest challenge here is that I genuinely can't see the colors properly because it's so dark. I'm gonna be taking Dark Horse right here and just focus it here. I'm not the best at winged liners, so I'm not even gonna try to claim that it's what I'm attempting. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna try to buff it out. Trust the process. Okay, I don't think this really suits my eyes, but it doesn't look bad per se, but I'm just not much of a fan. Maybe I'll add this shade here, Buck, kind of to buff it out a bit. I don't know if it really does look bad or if it's just because of the lighting. I'm gonna be using Smog here and put it on the lids a bit. Okay, I think that's too dark. Maybe Sidecar. Okay, that's also too dark, but I'll try. Okay, looking at the bigger mirror, it doesn't really look that bad, but maybe these tones just don't look the best on me, which is why I'm not enjoying the look. I guess this is it for now. I'm just gonna add a little bit more shimmer in the inner corners. Okay, I'll stop there. I won't even attempt to do eyeliner because Lord knows I can't achieve that. So I have here another palette. I think this one would suit the look better. No, I'm actually gonna use this one. I don't think I've ever used this shade before. Okay, I think that's okay. Maybe a bit more. Okay, now for highlighter, I'm gonna use this shade here. Not extremely happy, but I think it's getting there. Now I'm just gonna be putting, should I use this shade? Let's try this one. Yep. The lipstick definitely took this to a different route, but I can't say I don't like it. Now for the lashes, I don't have falsies, so I'm just gonna use my trusty existing lashes. Look at the difference. Yeah, I hate this lighting. This is a final-ish look. I just need to fix my hair. I hope my bangs turn out okay because I did trim them yesterday, which I don't know if it's gonna be a good idea or not. But I'm also gonna be putting a bit of gloss to less mattify the look. This is the final look. It turned out darker than what I was intending it to look like, but my bangs definitely don't look great. They're a bit choppy, and that's definitely my fault. So maybe cutting them before doing this wasn't the best idea, but I think the look overall looks okay. It was fun getting ready actually. Last look at my face before I take it all off. I need to take it off before my eyes start irritating because although it's not that heavy, I'm not used to wearing so much makeup anymore. So yeah, say goodbye. I actually do like it now in this lighting. It looks not that gray. Okay, makeup is all gone, but I have doubts about this mascara. I used the BLK mascara with the mini comb. When I was removing it using my micellar water, nothing came out, but I don't feel anything else on my lashes right now, so I'm not sure if that's a good sign or what. Oh no, actually there's still some left on my lashes itself. It didn't run or anything or give me panda eyes, but it's kind of disconcerting to not see any of the mascara anymore, but I can still feel it in a way. If you've ever used that mascara, the BLK mascara with, again, Dominique Home, I would love to hear your thoughts on it, because right now it does feel a bit weird. Like, I can feel it, but I also can't. So I'm not sure what to feel about it. It is a good mascara. It really like opened up my eyes, but in terms of removal, I'm not sure. Anyway, I was supposed to go back to building that centerpiece that I was talking about, which is still the most annoying task, most tedious task of my week, and it's already Thursday, so I'm not sure if I can finish it because I also want to finish reading my book. Right now, I'm gonna pack an order, probably do a bit of German, and then go ahead and read my book. The weather is making me just want to lay in bed, but I know I shouldn't. And we've reached the end of this video. So in my initial to-do list, I managed to complete almost all of the tasks except for two, which were build that center displays thing. And I did say that it was the most tedious task of all because it required so much parts. So I wasn't able to finish that, and I haven't finished it yet, so I'm gonna be showing it when I finally complete it, hopefully this season, because it's really testing my patience. And the second task that I didn't finish was to learn German every day. I did Duolingo and I watched a few videos on lessons that I needed more clarification on, but I didn't push through with dedicating like an hour every day to just focus and learn it. But my excuse is it was spring break, so no one does homework during spring break. Think I had a very productive and relaxing 1 week off of class, and now we're back in school. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and a comment down below. Also, since you're already here, might as well subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested, you can also follow me on Instagram at Kyrene Virginia. See you again in my next video. Bye!